Good morning, brothers and sisters. We carry on with our HOONDOKHAE from Heavenly Tribe, Hoondok book, Chapter 4, Seeking the True Self, Section 2, The Word Trump in a Materialistic Civilization, the Fallen World. True Parents' Words. In the 1960s, when I first visited that land of opportunity, it seems that the whole world wanted to be like America. We deeply admired the life depicted on television shows such as Little House on Prairie. Come Sunday morning, the sounds of hymns were heard from all directions. Superman, a superhero of justice, was a symbol of the righteous American spirit, and the city streets were thought to be spotless, in good order and beautiful. The whole world looked at America with respect in those days. Yet if we look at America today, 30 years later, what do we see? It is a nation in decay, strewn with difficult problems they cannot solve. In the midst of this moral decadence and increase in crime demand our close attention. Numerous unimaginable acts including murder, drugs abuse, divorce, child molestation, gang violence, and teenage pregnancy emanates from America today. As a person who loved that nation, I feel deeply hurt by what I say. Yet this phenomenon is not limited to America. All the developed countries at the end of the 20th century are struggling with many of the same problems. Having reached the summit of consumer wealth and technological sophistication, the development world is caught in the trap of materialism. With our mind and spirits obsessed by material wealth, our true essence as human beings is enslaved by selfish desires. The result is the collapse of true love. Although there is an abundance of material wealth and our cities are crowned with skyscrapers, the human minds have become desolate and dried up like a desert, and the oasis of true love is not to be found. The absence of true love is the breeding ground for selfishness. The most helpless victims of this attitude is the world of nature. Sharing thoughts. One day, three elderly men come to a young couple. One elderly man was named Wealth, the next elderly man was named Success, and the third elderly man was named Love. The couple wanted to invite the three elderly men into their house together, but they could invite only one of them. The couple agonized about it. Whom should we invite? How about inviting Wealth? Then we could become rich. Or let's invite the elder man named Success. Then wouldn't we be able to have a successful life? Then his wife said, it would be good to invite the elderly gentleman named Love. Wouldn't our home be filled with love then? So the couple invited the elderly man named Love into the house. As soon as they did that, the elderly man called Wealth and Success followed him as well. It is the law that we two are always where love is. It is a very short fable, but it resonates quietly with a deep place in our hearts. If it had been you, what choice would you have made? The gift of wealth and success do not follow unless there is an internal spiritual foundation. However, our current society, in which culture and scientific technology have developed more than at any time in human history, tips the scales of balance towards the materialistic sides of things. The agricultural and industrial revolution of the 18th century transformed human life more rapidly than in any other century. The creation of the computer and the internet in the 20th century brought us into an information-based society that could expand beyond time and space. Ironically, despite these developments, it seems that human happiness has not been enhanced more than at any time before. We can live comfortably and easily, yet this depression and suicide rate are concurrently going up. People are not able to get along with others, and many increasingly are feeling isolated. In the last century, those who realized that materialistic civilization did not bring ultimate happiness began to have concern about the development of artificial intelligence robots, which represents the fourth industrial revolution. Now efforts must be made to answer essential questions concerning this issue so that we can find happiness. What makes us happy? Science gives us a convenient environment, but we need to realize that it cannot give us spiritual happiness. Since people are beings of both mind and body, the calmness and happiness of the mind are as important as the body's comfort and health. Thus, mind and body together must be calm and happy for us to feel total joy. Accordingly, for essential happiness, we must be concerned about internal problems and not just external appearance. Basically, for us to be happy in mind and body, we must harmonize both spiritual satisfaction and material abundance. We must grasp material abundance on the foundation of spiritual happiness. Point for contemplation. What was the gift of material civilization? What is the problem of material civilization, and why can't people be happy? And 3. What is the alternative that allows us to realize the ultimate happiness? I did like very much this story with the 3 elderly men, wealth, success, and love. I listened the story in my own language in my country, and it is much more deep than this. I don't know from where this story starts, but actually it's pointing out a lot the fact that we, even though we gain wealth or happiness, we are not completely happy except we have love. And we see our society today struggling so much, and it's clear crystal the fact that the missing link in our society is love. And even though we say we have love, and you are luckily having a beautiful family, that there is love there, still there is a missing and a gap there, because we forget to center our life on the source of love. Because love is not coming from us, but is coming from God. So everything that we call happiness, wealth, famous, in the end, if it's not centered on good things, these things is bring to us a lot of issue inside. If we do not recognize the good things and we do not promote the good things, even if you become famous, we see a lot of example, especially in the Hollywood industry. People that reach success, but then after they fail in such a terrible way, they become worse than they was before starting being famous, And we see people that nobody give any credit, but they succeed because they have a lot of love. They are very rare, these people, and we usually call them saints. But I believe that in every one of us there is such ability to love unconditionally. We are a broken world because we lack love. And in our movement, we talk so much about true love, but we express so little this love with each other, in loving and embracing people. We do live in a world that is totally materialistic, and I have experienced many times people around me that they want to make friendship with me when I was famous, but when I was not famous anymore, they completely forget about. They was not my friend. They was just people, they follow their own benefits. And I noticed many times people coming and ask you what you're doing and what's your job and what you're doing. And if you say I'm working for such and such a company and I have such a position, they wanted to be friend with you. But if you say, well, I'm just selling in the boutique to the corner, or I'm just a cleaning lady or something, they turn back, and even if you meet, they pretend they don't know you anymore. And I can see this everywhere in society, and it's actually very sad because the people, they focus so much on power, on gain, and so little on human touch, on building through relationship. It's interesting that the friendship that I built a long time ago, when people was like more focusing on really making friendship on I like you, then I need you, or I want to benefit of you, that friendship really lasts. The other friendship, unfortunately, they just, it was like natural segregation, people come and go, So, what is the gift of material civilization? We receive a lot of comfort, and we can fly from one corner of the world to the other corner in a matter of hours. We have a lot of comfort, and just think about 100 years ago, people have to go and take water from the well and bring it in their home. And they have to cook and wash and do everything by themselves. Now you just go to the shop and you just buy everything you need. You just push a button and you have light, or you have heat, or you have everything, all the comfort. We use such an incredible technology, and that's really wonderful. What is the problem of material civilization and why people can be happy? Because we center so much everything on material things that we forgot the beauty and what is really bring to us happiness. It's a shake of the hand. It's a hello say from the whole heart. It's an embracement. It's a shoulder to cry when you are tired and you are disappointed. It's being there when people need you the most, or the people come into your life when you need the most. And we lose these kind of things. We lose sharing from the heart. We just make reports. Even our prayer should be a report, And how can I reach to God's heart when I make a report? A report is cold. A report, it's just giving an information. I did that, this is the result, and that's it. Thank you. Please receive this. How about saying, 하늘 부모님, 사랑합니다. Is that a report? No, it's coming from the heart. How about having that heart-to-heart conversation where you come to recognize the struggle of the people, and the fact that yes, I'm struggling, but I'm here fighting, and the fact that you just listen to the people. Sometimes it's so much love. I rarely find this kind of people that just listen unconditionally, but when they did that, they completely met me, and I consider that people like my family. They become my tribe. What is ultimately allowed to realize ultimate happiness? It's building beautiful relationship. And the first relationship that we have to build is to build with ourselves and with God. We should stop putting blame on us. We should stop comparing ourselves with the others. We should stop fighting to prove anything to anyone. We don't have to prove nothing to nobody. We just have to live and accept ourselves just as we are, because God make us good. When we love ourselves the way we are, we find power to diminish any bad habit in ourselves. But when we criticize and we put ourselves down and we hate ourselves, we are going deeper and deeper in the mud, and we hate ourselves even more and more, and we find no power to come out of that. We let the pressure of society be put on us, and we try to cope with the expectation of our family, our church, our society, and everything that we think that we should fulfill. And many times these expectations are never met. And even if we are met, we are not happy because we please the other, but we don't please ourselves. We please the others, but we are not happy inside of us, And it's good to please the others, but many times, it's very much a self-centered there. It's very much a ego problem there. And we do have to learn to love ourselves, center on God. And God, when embracing us, is embracing us unconditionally, as broken as we are. As much as we come to understand God's heart, as much we understand the problem inside of us, and we come to understand that when there is love, there is no ego. There is not right and bad. There is not you are right and I am bad, or I am right and you are bad. It's just love. And when you love and embrace each other, human relationships are developing in such a beautiful way. When we take responsibility and say, oh, that's my fault, it's okay, I will repair this. The other people don't feel blame. They want to even say, oh, no, it's my fault. I want to help you here too, But when we go and say we create a lot of trouble because of our ego, because of our fears, because of our wish of control, because of our wish of being right all the time. Or think that I am right and the other are not right. My religion is good, your religion is bad. We put a lot of pressure and blame on people, on society, because of the color, of the status of religion, of many things. We don't find happiness because we did not find happiness inside of us. So even though we gain a lot of money and we have big houses and we have beautiful cars and we have beautiful clothes, we are not happy because we did not unite with God. We do not accept our divinity, and we do not behave according to our divine status, that of child of Almighty Heavenly Mom and Dad. Oh, yeah. Sometimes the things that make us happy are the most simple, like smiling, like giving, and know how to receive. But the most essential is that happiness and love have a source, and that source is God. And we cannot pretend to be happy or want to be happy and have love in our life by cutting God out, by cutting the voice of God inside of us, but to not listening to our heart, because God is always guiding through our heart, through our conscience, through our mind. Thank you for joining today, Hoondok. I'll let you have your own contemplation regarding these points. And just want to say thank you. Thank you. It's very much important to appreciate the material things, but to make also unity with the spiritual things. Only then we can really find happiness, when we create balance. Everything starts with mind and body unity, as True Father so many times said. Mind and body unity is the base. If we don't make the base, doesn't matter what we do, we always come back to the base when we don't succeed in fulfilling other things. Thank you. I wish you a great, beautiful day. God bless you. Bye.